Hey you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We are officially clocked in, and today's topic is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I thought that it kind of lost its steam a little bit, but that engine is still going. Today we're going to be talking about the passport bros. So if you don't know what a passport bro is, basically it's this collective of men who are primarily, if not all black men from America, who have this idea that they're going to leave America, leave the country, go to a foreign country. Most of them go to like Thailand or Brazil or the Dominican Republic to find wives who are more submissive and more traditional, because apparently they can't find that here in America. Now, these men claim that their biggest enemy in America are black women, and that the reason why they can't find a wife in America is because black women are just so masculine. They're just so combative. They don't listen. They're not traditional women. They don't cook. They don't clean. And that's why they ain't got no ring, apparently. But yeah, so they seem to put all of their shortcomings on black women and make it our fault somehow. So they've come up with this huge like plan and this huge movement to where if they can't find it in America, they're going to outsource and find it somewhere else. But it seems like they're starting to have a little bit of trouble in paradise. The main message from these passport bros is that they are self-proclaimed high-value men who just deserve to be waited on hand and foot and be treated like they're just God's gift to earth. They preach to each other and to other men, other black men in particular, about, saving up money, getting a passport, going out of the country, traveling internationally, finding them a wife. And honestly, this type of behavior, or this trend of going out of the country to be with other foreign women isn't something that's a fairly new practice, but the branding of it is something that has been taking on social media and that has been heavily shown in the media as of lately. Now, there are men like, I believe his name is Rello and Austin Holloman, who are very vocal about their participation in the movement. They actively record and make videos about their experiences with these Brazilian women or these Dominican women who, like they come across, who they have these relationships with, and who just treat them like the kings that they were born to be treated like. But these same men have been changing their tune about their actual experiences when they travel to these countries.
I got a party pooper right here. She's been negative the past 15 minutes.
No.
She
Stop lying.
Stop
Stop lying.
It's not your turn. Stop being rude.
You stop lying.
Stop being rude. It was a good test. Because she's used to sitting at the table with dudes that she can act like that with, and then they flip out and get emotional. But I'm stoic, remember that?
Now, Mr. Austin himself traveled to Brazil, and he was making YouTube videos and TikToks about the women that he met there. And like he was just interviewing these women, having them talk, asking them questions about whether they would be with him, sleep with him, if they found him attractive, just all of these other things. But the Brazilian government started to pick up on what was going on with Austin, and the locals in Brazil were also picking up on who he was and what it is that he was actually doing. Now, we all can kind of gather what's going on, but it has been labeled as sexual tourism, and it's just tourism with the purpose of having sexual partners and not really to enjoy the benefits and to admire the beauty of the country and the culture and all of these things, but more so just for the sole purpose of getting their peepees wet. Now, it got so bad in Brazil for Austin that he ended up having to leave Brazil, and there were people who were, I think, were out to get him, who really did not appreciate his presence in Brazil. And Austin himself said that he no longer felt safe being in Brazil and he had to leave immediately. Rightfully so. The people of Brazil ran Austin out of their country, and he was making their women out to be easy. Like they would just sleep with anyone just because you were a black man from America. He was definitely being a huge predator to these women, and the rhetoric that he was putting out really was creating an unsafe environment for a lot of these women because of the way in which Austin was portraying them. Now, Mr. Rello, more recently, has gotten himself into a little bit of trouble in the DR as well. Now, Rello went to the Dominican Republic. He was making videos trying to coach men and, tell them about how easy it is to take like a trip for a king for just $500 to the Dominican Republic. He was so adamant about how you can live like a king in these foreign countries for little money, and that it didn't take a lot to be treated like someone of high value and all of these things. But Mr. Rello couldn't get his way home. He started to realize that it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows in these foreign countries for him. Now, Mr. Rello uploaded a video recently where this high value man was begging people for cash apps because he had missed his flight back home on Spirit the night before, and he went all super Karen on customer service and lost his voice because he was yelling at customer service for him having missed his flight, and he was left with a mere $15 in his bank account, and it was $100 for Mr. High Value Rello to get back to America and to reschedule his flight on Spirit.
What up, y'all? I'm here still in DR. I missed my flight last night. I just got off the phone with Spirit. I'm waiting on them to call me back. It's a $100 reschedule fee. Basically, I need a cash app, guys. I need a cash app to try to get this fee together, man. I'm so sick right now. I'm sick as hell. I've been trying to call Kayla because I know she's like in the area. So I was trying to call her to like set something up to where I can get like some actual money because I'm hungry. I have very little bread left. I maybe got like $15. I'm just calling on the subscribers now to see can I get another 100 to get the reschedule fee. They try to make me book for a whole nother ticket. I can argue with that guy. I don't got them customer service with Spirit for about had to be at least 45 minutes. I'm damn near, I don't know if y'all can hear, I didn't lost my voice yelling up there and then yelling at customer service. Yeah, man, this trip turned out to be so bad, yo. This trip was so crazy, guys.
The way in which the passport bros have been advertising this movement of getting your passport and going out of the country and everything made it seem like this was a pretty tight-knit community. They made themselves appear to be high-value men who had a lot to offer, and who supported each other and who had each other's backs. But when Mr. Rello needed his $100 to get back on his Spirit flight, they all kind of turned their backs on him. And nobody was willing to help. I don't think they had a customer support chat line that was set up for instances where their high value brothers needed $100 to get back on their Spirit flights to get back home to America, where all the low value and unvalued women were. Now, I understand that the way in which I have talked about this topic may come off as like I am some sort of a hater. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I have me a black man at home who I'm very happy with. So these high value men are not needed. But I just find it so ironic that these men who say that they're of such high stature and that they are just elevated too high to be dating and dealing with black women in America have found themselves to be in these sorts of predicaments where they have to beg the internet for $100 to get back home. Now, there's also a very important part of this situation that I do want to highlight, because there is a danger that has been coming from this whole passport pandemic, because a lot of these men are creating a dangerous and uncomfortable environment for other black men who are genuinely just looking to travel internationally for the sake of having new experiences and for, experiencing different cultures in different countries and, just like being submerged in all that other places have to offer. A lot of other men who are not a part of the passport bros have been reporting how they now get stares when they go to places like Thailand, even if they have visited there frequently. Now when they go to places like Thailand or Brazil or the Dominican Republic, where they are now in a situation where they get funny looks or people try to avoid them, or you have people who are locals who are warning each other about them and giving them the side eye because it's like, that's a black American man. We know what they're here for. Watch out for them, like that type of ordeal. And it really is such an unfortunate thing when the few can really affect the outcome for the many, and the many really want nothing to do with the few. Although I do find a little bit of humor in the irony of the way that these situations are going, I do hope that soon and very soon there's a group of black men who finally just say enough and who really put an end to this whole passport bro movement, because it is very damaging to the image of black men, and I feel like they already do have enough that they have to worry about. And also, I'm just tired of hearing that everything is a black woman's fault when they have single-handedly made themselves look bad worldwide. But yeah, black women continue to be great. I know that y'all will, because y'all always do and always have. That's all that we have today, y'all. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, we are officially clocked out.